Recently, the Fancy Birds white paper just dropped, and it really tells us what their vision is going forward for the Fancy Birds NFTs, the games, future games, and all the rest of it. And I'm going to break it down for you guys really quickly and really simply so that you guys don't have to read through that slog, but you definitely should if you have the chance. I will leave the link in the description down below, but it's a really good read and some really interesting information has come out of it. So I'm going to show you exactly what my thoughts are. So first thing we need to talk about is the Fancy Birds roadmap. Now the game is set to have its official launch on the 25th of April. I do this because the game is already playable, but they're adding a bunch of new features and coming, I think they're still in beta, but it's more like an alpha phase. They're doing some really awesome things and getting some good stuff done. So you can see the roadmap here in their document. I'm not going to flip to the document too often since I can discuss it all straight with you guys, but the launch is on the 25th of April. So if we look at their current roadmap, you can see a couple of things here. You can see the Genesis mint and the game launch have already happened. You've got the marketplace and multiplayer. I don't believe the marketplace is coming with this launch on the 25th of April, and multiplayer will follow closely behind, but it's not quite there. This is one I'm particularly excited about. New game modes in Fantasyland, that hasn't quite come yet, but there are a few things that weren't on this list that will be coming. A great example is the rental system. That will be coming straight to you guys as soon as the game is launched on the 25th of April. They've already done heaps of testing with it and it's really exciting to see this come into it. I've got almost 20 birds now, so I'm really excited to be able to use that rental system. And they're going to have some changes up to the tournaments and things as well, and add some seasonal tournaments and specific tournaments. And there's a lot happening to the Fancy Birds game. It's going to take it from being Flappy Bird to being its own fully fledged NFT game that's really simple and easy for anyone to pick up, which is a very powerful thing to have. Okay, so the next thing we need to talk about is the tokenomics. Now, it's quite simply put, these are the same as they were before. You can see them all in this document here. The biggest update here is that the team has delayed their unlock. Their tokens will not start unlocking until June of 2023 of next year. And once that does happen, it will be a 36-month unlocking period. So that is a huge change up to how it is right now. There's no fear of any major unlocks happening. They're in this for the long term, and there are a few points I'll hit on in a minute that will really help explain that to you as well. The other thing we should talk about is the breeding. The breeding is a really good one, okay? So they actually changed up the way breeding works about halfway through, a couple weeks after the game was launched, even less, probably like 2 weeks after the game was launched. And the costs dropped a lot because they just seemed really extreme compared to how much the Fancy Baby Birds were selling for, the earning potential and things like that. And I feel like it balanced out really, really nicely. And the later breeds in your system also have other benefits where you can get a higher chance at a legendary or a mutation as well, meaning your bird can have more attempts, be cooler, be rarer, or earn more and things like that. So the balances that they struck with this one are really good, and you can actually notice the change directly. So you were seeing a certain percentage of people breeding their birds on breed 1 and then breed 2, and then not many were doing breed 3, and then they changed it and you saw a bunch of people do breed 3. So it's showing that they were quite in touch with the community, and it had a very positive impact on where it went next. And that's really good to see from a team. They're quite small, but they have been adding to their team quite rapidly. So the next thing we should talk about is the staking. Okay, so staking works the same as it had before. If you stake your FNC tokens, when you claim FNC, it is vested for 12 months and it is locked, but it does not earn staking rewards. However, they've been a lot more clear now that revenue distribution is given to the vested tokens. What does this mean? 100% of in-game purchases, this includes market fees, people spending money to enter tournaments, future tournaments, multiplayer races, rakes, future games and things like that. All of that revenue, no matter what token it is, will be used to buy FNC and give them back to stakers. And again, that includes the vested tokens. So definitely need to make sure that's aware of that. So the other thing is that the revenue distribution give to you, you actually receive unlocked. You can do whatever you want with it. Personally, I'd probably restake it. I don't really have any need for the money. If it goes down, I wouldn't really care. Again, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please always do your own research. So the next thing we should talk about are future games. A second game is already past its beta phase. It should be coming out sometime in May, hopefully. Might be a little bit later, but they're ready to release. They're just trying to sort out the things with Fancy Birds first. And they also have 2 more games planned for after this, before the end of 2022. Their overall plan is to release a game every 3 months. All right, what does this mean? About 4 games a year. Honestly, I'm expecting closer to 6, since community can put forward their own game. So if you're listening out there, definitely do that. But they want to become the mini clip of NFT gaming. If they can produce games quickly that are simple, addictive, and fun to play, and then generate ad revenue and other things off that, then everyone in the ecosystem is going to benefit. They've already mentioned that ad revenue is a part of their plan. Flappy Bird made millions of dollars off the little strip ads at the bottom of the game. Okay? Imagine doing that for Fancy Birds, and all that revenue you actually just give back to the people playing the game, essentially. It's a really powerful system, and I hope they manage to pull it off how I'm envisioning in my head, and I think that's definitely their vision, so I'm very excited for that. One of the last things we do need to discuss is the new system for the baby birds. So this system had always been in there, but a lot of people hadn't really caught on to it yet. But starting in May 1st, I believe, that's when season 1 of the baby birds ends, 200,000 tokens will be given every day to across every baby bird based on their rewards completed percentages. All right, now what does this mean? Currently, each baby bird can earn about 11 FNC. All right, every day. They can earn about 11. Yeah, I think it's a little bit less, more like 10.5. But the baby birds here, you can see there are only 14,000 minted. And we're entering into the 4th lot of them, which I don't expect more than maybe 2,000 to be minted. So let's look at 15K for now. So what would happen? If 200,000 tokens were distributed across 15K, then every baby bird would earn about 12 FNC by default. Now here's the kicker. If a lot of people don't complete all of their daily quests, get bored with the game, put it down, whatever, or all those baby birds that got banned, then you're looking at even less competition, and everyone else's revenue for the baby birds actually goes up. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out, and how much people actually earn from it. I'm really eager to see what happens. I have a lot of baby birds personally, so obviously I'm quite biased. I think it's going to be pretty cool. The other thing we should talk about is the way the airdrops are working now, and this was a very, very recent change. Basically, they're having alternating airdrops. So you'll play your daily tournaments and you'll earn a certain amount of USDC and FNC, but you won't get paid out on the day, 3 days later, whatever. Every 2 weeks, you will get that amount paid out, okay? Every second Thursday or Friday or something, I can't remember. Every second week, that will be paid out. On the other week, your in-game FNC that you've been earning, that one will be paid out. Don't forget to click the little tick box when you're looking at your airdrop, your inventory in the game. But you click that little tick box, and that alternating week, that will get paid out. So it's 1 week on after the other. We are noticing that the price is dipping a bit on each airdrop, but there seems to be some demand on the space, and FNC is still following Ethereum. So I think the token will be healthy in the future, but it is a bit of a long-term play. So just worth considering that. I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to offer. I hope you learned something in the video. Definitely don't forget to check out the white paper. It is really awesome, really good to see this stuff. I can't wait for the team to expand and for our games to go from once every 3 months to a new game every month. That would be crazy. I would be super ecstatic for that. I hope it gets to that point one day, but we'll just have to see how we go. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and don't forget to watch this next video down there in the bottom left-hand... Wait. It's doing that thing again. Wait. It's happened again? Oh, crap. Happened again!